Smile with Daniel.
Listen, wonder, and learn. Daniel, you have swum in the ocean. You know it is salty. But have you ever actually wondered why?
Mom, I always just assumed it started salty, like it was always that way.
That is what most people assume. But the ocean was not always as salty as it is now. It became salty, gradually, over billions of years.
Billions of years of doing exactly what?
Of rain, and rivers, and rocks.
Okay, so tell me, how does rain make the ocean salty?
So, rain is not pure water. When water evaporates into the atmosphere and falls again as rain, it picks up a small amount of carbon dioxide from the air. That makes it very slightly acidic.
So rainwater is a very mild acid.
Yes, a very mild one. But over millions of years, even a mild acid slowly dissolves rocks. It is called chemical weathering. The rain lands on rocks and minerals begin to dissolve into it. Tiny amounts of dissolved minerals and ions wash away, including sodium and many others.
And then rivers carry those minerals down to the ocean.
Every river, every stream, all flowing downhill to the sea and carrying dissolved minerals with them. This has been happening for billions of years. The ocean is essentially the lowest point on Earth, the place where most of the water draining off the continents eventually ends up.
So the ocean is like a giant collection bowl for minerals washed off the land.
Yes, exactly that. And water evaporates from the ocean all the time, back into the atmosphere as water vapor, eventually forming clouds. But the minerals do not evaporate with it. The water leaves. The salt stays behind.
So rivers keep delivering minerals while the water keeps cycling away.
And that is why rivers taste fresh, but the ocean is salty. The rivers are delivering dissolved minerals constantly, but the minerals do not make it back into the rain. They stay in the ocean.
But doesn't the ocean just keep getting saltier then? Like forever?
That is the clever part. The ocean does not just accumulate salt endlessly, because salt also leaves the ocean. Some minerals bond with sediments and sink to the ocean floor. Deep on the seafloor, there are cracks in the Earth's crust called hydrothermal vents.
What do those do?
Seawater seeps down through those cracks and is heated by magma deep below. the superheated water reacts with the surrounding rock and exchanges minerals with it. Then it rises back up through the vents, carrying different minerals back into the ocean.
So the ocean floor is also exchanging minerals with the water above it.
Constantly. And some dissolved material gets locked into sediments and minerals on the seafloor. All of these processes together mean the ocean's saltiness has been roughly stable for hundreds of millions of years.
So it is a system. Salt in, salt out. Always roughly balanced.
Balanced over geological time. And here is something that still gets me. If you took all the water out of the ocean and looked at the salt left behind, it would cover every piece of land on Earth to a depth of around 150 meters.
150 meters of salt on every continent.
From billions of years of rain, washing minerals off rocks and rivers, carrying them to the sea.
And what about places like the Dead Sea? That is way saltier than the ocean, right?
Around 10 times saltier. The Dead Sea has rivers flowing into it, but no outlet, no river flowing out. Water evaporates from the surface all the time, but the salt has nowhere to go. So it just keeps concentrating.
So the Dead Sea is what happens when the salt cannot leave.
It is the ocean's story in a much faster version. And it is so salty that you can float in it without trying.
Because the salt makes the water so much denser.
And you just sit on the surface like a cork. So, Daniel, what is one thing you are taking with you today?
Let's see if I can remember the important stuff. Rain is slightly acidic and slowly dissolves minerals from rocks. Rivers carry those minerals to the ocean. Water evaporates, but the salt stays behind, so the ocean has been collecting salt for billions of years. And, oh yeah, if you evaporated all the ocean water, the salt left behind would cover every continent 150 meters deep.
Next time you taste salt on your lips after a swim, you will know exactly where it came from.
Billions of years of rain on rocks.
Yes, billions of years of rain on rocks.